Hey y'all, you wanna learn how to crochet a hexagon? You can use it to make clothes like pullovers, cardigans, stuff like that. The first thing you gotta do, gotta get you a hook and some yarn. Make sure your yarn and your hook are both compatible. The yarn needs to be a certain size to be able to be pulled by this hook. Okay, this is a Susan Bates. I love Susan Bates hooks. They don't split your yarn as much as other hooks, but anyway, this is a K, my favorite size, and this is Caron 1 pound. Alright y'all, so again we use the Caron, C-A-R-O-N worsted weight yarn. Is the Caron 1 pound gray. So first thing you gotta know how to do is make a loop that you put your hook through so that you can crochet. The way to make a loop, I wrap it, this is how I do it. Wrapping it around my 2 fingers here, using my thumb to hold it closed. I got a loop. Take this long piece, pull across like this. Take your hook, put through the hole, and pull up that loop. Let go, pull it. There it is. You got your loop, you can start crocheting. You just pull this in tighter so that the knot is making it easy to pull through on your hook, okay? Or you can just do this. Wrap it around like I just did and not use the hook, and you just pull the piece through like this. There you go. Alright, so next thing, learning how to hold the project as you're crocheting and how to hold your hook, okay? I'm right-handed, so I crochet this way, right to left. Left-handed people crochet to left, left to right. So anywho, this is what I do. I put my yarn in the hook here. I tend to, this is how I do it. The yarn's on the hook. I tend to let the yarn flow through my point and middle fingers. I hold the knot with my point and my thumb like this. Okay? Or sometimes the thumb and the middle finger. It just depends. Yeah, I don't do that. I'm sorry. I hold it like this. Okay? So to crochet a hexagon, you gotta know how to chain. So I chain, you gotta do 6 shells. So I chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once I do that, I take the hook and pull through the first. Again, we have 6 chains on the hook. So now you gotta do a slip stitch. That means putting your hook through the first chain on the hook. I'm turning this sideways so y'all can see. Hold my chains, pull up a loop on the hook, and pull that loop through those 2 stitches. Now you've got your circle. For me, I like to chain, I'll chain 5. 3 chains are the first double crochet, and the other 2 chains is the chain 2 space between each set of shells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I'll make 3 double crochets. You know what? I'm going so fast. I'm not even telling y'all how to make 3 double crochets. And this is supposed to be helping somebody. Anywho, I can't expect y'all. This is supposed to be like for somebody that don't know what to do. So to do a double crochet, it's a stitch. It's one of the taller ones. You're gonna yarn over, put your hook inside the circle, pull the loop again, pull it up at the top of the circle, yarn over once more, pull through 2 loops on your hook, pull through the other 2 loops. That's a double crochet. We're going to chain 2 to make another space. Then we got to do this 5 more times. Yarn over, go through the circle, pull up a loop, yarn over 2 hook, pull through 2. So we're on the 5th set of shells. There's one double crochet for the shell, and we need 2 more. Yarn over, put through your hole, pull up a loop, pull it up like this, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we have 5. We need 6. A hexagon is 6 shells. So now we're going to chain 2 and do 2 double crochets. And then we're going to slip stitch to the top of the 3rd chain on that chain 5 we had. Slip again. We are slip stitching through the top of the chain 3. That chain 5 that we started at the beginning, because the chain 5 or the 3 chains on this chain 5 is the first double crochet of the 6th shell. So here's my 2 loops here. So I'm going to put my hook through there, pull up a loop of yarn, and pull it through those 2, the top of that chain, and then pull it through that hook I had. That's a slip stitch. Now we have 6 shells. Then we're going to go into the chain 2. Again, we just pulled up a loop inside the chain 2 space to make another slip stitch. Now at this point, this is when I decide whether I'm doing shells for the entire project, which is the 3 double crochets together, or if I'm going to go into each double crochet stitch and just make double crochets. I'm going to show y'all how to do both, okay? So this is round 1, we're about to do round 2. For round 2, I'm going to chain up 4 because I cut down my chain spaces because I don't like to be real big and gappy. So I only have 1 chain in that space. So we're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Then we're going to do 2 double crochets. Okay, so we did 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. And if you're gonna do just doubles all around, then that means we double crochet in each stitch. So go across. Then I'm gonna 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. Okay, y'all, in that last clip, I forgot to mention what we're doing here in the chain 2 space. That is called the corners of our project, okay? So this project has a hexagon has 6 corners. And I failed to say double crochet, 1 double crochet in each stitch across is what we're doing. So now we're back at a corner. So we're going to do 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 more doubles, and then 1 double in each stitch across. And there's 3 stitches there, right? Because you made 3 shells in the first round. I'll meet y'all at the top. Okay, so we've reached the 6th shell group. So double crochet in that space, double crochet in that space. This last one's gonna be tight because remember this was a chain 3. So see the hole, push it through, and double crochet in there. Now you do 1 more double crochet to complete the corner. And you're going to slip stitch through the top of that chain 4. No, the 3rd chain in the chain 4. Slip stitch through there. And you slip stitch in a circle. Okay, this is part 2. That video did go more than 2 minutes. So anywho, we slip stitched inside the chain 1 space from round 2. And from this point on out, you would just do the same thing that you did from round 2. You're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 double crochets. This is half of a corner. And then double crochet, 1 double crochet each stitch across until you come to the next corner, and it's 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets in each corner around, except for the starting corner. Okay, then when you come back around and you double crochet to each stitch across and did your corners, you're gonna slip stitch in the top of the 3rd chain of the initial chain 4, because you know this 4th chain is the space, this is the double crochet, this chain. That's how you do double crocheting all around for a hexagon. And what ends up happening, of course, to make a top or anything, you're gonna make 2 hexagons. You choose the colors. If you're not familiar with switching colors and stuff like that to do stripes and stuff like that, then I would suggest getting a yarn that's self-striping or have mixed colors all in it, so you can just have colors all throughout without changing and having to weave in ends and stuff like that. But what ends up happening is it's going to form like this. You're going to have a shape like this. And the open top, this would be the sleeve, and this would be the body. Now when you get it to something that you can fit, or it can fit whomever you're making this for, then you would take each hexagon, put them together. Sometimes the hexagon itself, when you put this side against the second hexagon side like this, sometimes that's not enough space to cover someone's back. So what you can do is turn it to the side like this, and on both hexagons you can do some more double crochet striping going back and forth just down this side that you're going to stitch together. Okay, so what ends up happening, you stitch these. If you're making a cardigan, you're going to take this side right here. These sides get stitched together, whether you're going to do the mattress stitch, which means you turn it inside out, put it on the wrong side, put the 2 sides back to back together like this, and you're going to take your yarn and your needle and go through this outside, this back loop stitch to the other side back loop stitch, and then go to the next one and pull through that one and come on this side, and then you go to this one and go to the next side, pull through there, then so on and so forth. Okay, that's how you put it together. Now you will only do that mattress stitching, or some people take their needle and they weave like a circle like this, going through 2 loops like this up the sides to close it off. You can do that as well. But anywho, whatever method you use to stitch these 2 panels together, if you want it to be an open front cardigan, you're only going to stitch this side together and then weave it in nice to make it stay together. Okay, and you're gonna design the front whatever way you want to design the front. So again, when it comes to the front, if it's going to be a cardigan, you design the front whatever way, meaning that you can make a border on the edge of whatever stitch you like or whatever around. You're going to go start at the bottom, come up, and go around the collar and everything, and come down the other side to make the design you want, or the trim you want on the front. Okay, this part here, this open part, is the top of the sleeve, and again you will slip stitch this again together to about right here, or to where you need it to be to close up before you get to the top of your chest. Okay, Now, y'all hear that? That wind is humming out there. But anywho, if you're going to do a shell design, the shell design goes, the first round of the shell design goes the same way as if you was going to do double crochets in each stitch. Okay? For my shell design, once again, I'm chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I want my corners to have only one chain space in there, okay? So I did 4. So now I'm going to do 3 doubles. In the chain space, skip the 3 shells at the bottom, get to the next chain space, 3 doubles. Again, you got your 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles in each corner space, which is the chain spaces, okay? With the shells, you only going to crochet in these chain spaces around the whole project. I don't chain 1 in between my corners because I don't like my stuff to be real spacey. So I just go to the next one and that creates a space that I can crochet in. So as I was saying, yeah, I don't chain 1 in between spaces because I don't like mine to be spacey like that. I like mine to be more synced together. So when I go from this corner to this space here, that creates a little space for me to crochet in throughout the rest of the project, okay? So we got 2 double crochets here. Let's make the next corner. Chain 1. Three double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. And you continue to do that all the way around. And when you get to your first chain 4, again, the 4th chain is the space, and then the 3rd chain is the one you slip stitch through and pull through to close off that round. And you just continue throughout the whole project doing this same thing for as long to get it to the size that you need the hexagon to be to fit you or whomever you're making this project for. Again, you're gonna make 2 panels, and the design of your hexagon panels is up to you. And what I mean by that is the color choices, the switching the colors, how many rows you're going to do in this color, how many rows you're going to do in the next color. All that is up to you. That's your creative juices flowing when you decide how you're going to do that. And you put those 2 together the same way that I was telling you at the top of this video to make a project. You can sew the back sides together and the front sides together to make one full piece and stitch up the arms up to like right here, and then you can go around the neckline to create like a border around the neckline or whatever, and you can make it a mock neck so you can go around like this and then build stitches up and around to make a mock turtleneck. Or you can make it longer so it can fold over and make a turtleneck. If you're going to make one piece, use the 2 hexagons to make one piece. If you're going to use it to do cardigan, you already know, sew up the back side together, stitch the back side together, or sew it. People use all kinds of ways to connect sides. You can go and Google the different ways of doing all of that stuff. You can, like I said, slip stitch across. You can double crochet across, double crochet on this side, chain 1, go to the next side, double crochet, and come back. Some people do that. It's just so many different ways to join panels. But it's all up to your creative interpretation of what you want to do. But I hope that this did help somebody who can't figure out how to do the hexagons. And I'm glad I showed you how to do it the shell way, like a granny square, and how to do it double crocheting in each stitch around. It's super, to me, it's super easy, but I hope I made it easy for somebody else out there. Alright, y'all, peace.